Hey guys, Joe with Bitraged here. A friend of mine sent me this article and he asked me if this worried me. The article says this: Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will come to a bad end, says Warren Buffett. In an interview with CNBC, he told them, I can say with almost certainty, the cryptocurrencies will come to a bad end. He went on to say that his firm would never take a position in cryptocurrencies. He said he wouldn't take a long or short position on it because, in his own words, he said he gets in enough trouble with the investments he makes that he understands, let alone the ones that he doesn't understand. I think Warren Buffett is an incredibly smart investor, but I don't think he understands the value in Bitcoin. 3 months ago, he said Bitcoin is a real bubble. He said you can't value Bitcoin because it's not a value-producing asset. He said that it is impossible to say how far Bitcoin's value will rise, adding that there's a real bubble to that sort of thing. So it's not a value-producing asset. Essentially, what he's saying is there's nothing behind Bitcoin. Now, I want to ask you a question. Is there anything behind your fiat currency? If you live in the US, is there anything behind the US dollar? Think about it. This is a US dollar, a modern one. It says Federal Reserve Note. All it is an IOU from the government. It used to be an actual certificate that you could redeem in either silver or gold. This is a silver certificate, which is a big difference. It says here at the bottom, in silver, payable to the bearer on demand. So this, if I held this, I could take it and I could get $1 worth of silver for this note. This here, I get an IOU. Okay? The value in the US currency is the trust that we place in the government and the belief that we have that they will take care of us and they're in our best interest. That's the value in US currency. So in a way, you could say that there isn't much behind the US dollar. All that's behind it is an IOU from the Federal Reserve. It didn't used to be that way, but that's kind of the way it is now. Goldman Sachs said that Bitcoin is the new gold. He was quoted as saying, he said in recent decades the US dollar has served its purpose relatively well, but in those countries and corners of the financial system where the traditional services of money are inadequately supplied, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies more generally may offer more viable alternatives. And he's got a good point. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general serves a real purpose and fills a real void in those countries where the financial system is not that great. Maybe it's severely inflated. It serves a real purpose in those instances, and people can get in and hold cryptocurrency as a form of currency that is much more secure than the fiat they have available to them in some of these countries. So that's a use case for cryptocurrency and one of the values in it. The Bitcoin network is said to be about 50,000, 500,000. I've heard a ton of different numbers, but it's said to be a lot faster than the top 500 supercomputers combined. Now keep in mind that it's good at doing specific things. So it's good at hashing, and it's faster than all the supercomputers combined at hashing. So keep that in mind. But the point is, the Bitcoin network is very sophisticated and has a lot of power behind it. That in itself is a lot of value. This is Bitcoin in numbers. There's about 400,000 subscribers on the Reddit for Bitcoin, about 12 million users on Coinbase, about 18.5 million blockchain.info wallets. So about 457,000 Bitcoin addresses with more money than 10,000 or more value than 10,000. So the community is pretty big. We don't exactly know how many people are in the community, but we know it's a big community. So what is the value in a network? It's the people, right? It's the community behind it. Take reality TV, for example. What is the value in these shows? Would they keep shooting these shows if nobody watched them? Of course not. The value is in the network and the community behind it. It's the same thing with Bitcoin. The value in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general, any cryptocurrency, is in the network and the community behind it. And in those terms, cryptocurrency is just getting started. Exchanges are adding 100 to 250,000 people a day, and that's why a lot of the major ones have closed down signups right now, because they're adding so many people they can't keep up with the demand. So the crypto revolution, as is called here, is just getting started. The amount of people and the interest in cryptocurrency is greater, and the demand is greater than the community and the exchanges can support right now. So that just tells you that the growth possibilities are endless. You get a strong network and a strong community behind something, that in itself is inherent value. And that's the value I see in cryptocurrency. It's the network behind it. It's the technology behind it. Anyways, that's my thoughts on Bitcoin and Warren Buffett's statement. If you'd like to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. We have a lot more planned for you. Thanks for watching. Take care.